Hi, dear cricket fans. Welcome to Cricket Happenings here. It's your host Ram here. Well, the series has just begun. The Test series between India and Australia, the Border Gavaskar Trophy, has just begun. And yesterday it began at Mohali. That was the first Test match in a two-Test series that India and Australia are going to play. On stumps on day one, Australia have finished at 224 for 5 with right now Shane Watson getting on to his third century of this tour, not out on 101, and Tim Payne just living there perilously, not out on 1. 224 for 5, and some very good contribution coming from Ricky Ponting, 71, but very unfortunately he was run out after the third umpire came into the picture, and Suresh Raina from mid-wicket came from nowhere and actually ran out Ricky Ponting, which turned everything India's way. And Zahir Khan at the end of the day providing some late reverse swing and getting some two vital wickets of Michael Hussey and Marcus North in quick succession to rest the initiative and basically put India in a very good position as far as the first day was concerned of the Border Gavaskar Trophy, which was played at the Punjab Cricket Association Stadium, Mohali in Chandigarh. Well, so the story of the day went like this. It was Australia who actually won the toss, elected to bat on this pitch. Well, for India, Harbhajan Singh, there was some fitness worries, but finally he made the cut. He was there in the team. India had some injury problems. Ishan Sharma had to go off after bowling 7.4 overs, 1 made and none for 49, getting a knee injury, and he was out of the match. He couldn't actually bowl, which was very sad. Probably the picture would have been different. Well, Shane Watson and Simon Carriage started, and I mean, I would say Watson's innings was a very chancy one. Right in the second ball of the day, when Zahir Khan got a ball to a wide ball, actually, Watson tried to flare it, and at gully, Virendra Sehwag got a ball which was travelling at him just over head high, and he actually had his fingers onto that, and he actually dropped it. So Shane Watson really lived a charmed life, because that was the first life that he got early in the morning. And by the time Zahir Khan came in, and Zahir Khan was bowling very well, he was the very impressive today. 16 overs, 4 maidens, 45 runs and 3 wickets were his figures. Simon Carriage was caught off guard. It was LBW bowled Zahir Khan for 6. So that was a breakthrough which was provided by Zahir Khan when India were 13 for 1. In walked in Ricky Ponting to join Watson. And well, the bowling, as I said, Ishan Sharma was all over the place. He was being taken full toll off. He had the knee injury. He couldn't really get his line right. He was carved by both Watson and Ponting. Watson was a bit watchful after that, but still Ponting was also playing a very good inning. It was a very composed innings from Ponting. Both of them proceeded. The spinners came in. Pragyan Ojha was very impressive today. 31 overs, 12 maidens, none for 39, his figures. And both of them combined into a second wicket partnership of 141, with Shane Watson also playing some very good strokes. He was predominantly strong on the on side. He was playing some very good leg side strokes. India would be ruining a lot of missed run out chances in the middle there, and Harbhajan Singh also came in. And finally, it was the partnership was going on very well, and Ponting was also playing some very good strokes. As you know, he was looking in good form. They were settling down. Things were looking brighter for Australia. Things were just looking good after that breakthrough that Zahir Khan gave. Shane Watson was really buckling up to the task, and he was in good form, and he just went on. And from nowhere, Suresh Raina from mid-wicket provided the breakthrough that India wanted. He ran out Ricky Ponting, and Ponting couldn't believe it. The third umpire came into the picture, and Ponting was ruled out. And Ponting, when he was out, he was run out by Raina for 71 of 124 balls with 10 fours. And well, there was a sort of a real, I wouldn't say needle, I would say, because what Zahir Khan probably pointed his out, and Ponting actually turned back when he was walking back and just came back at Zahir when they were all in a huddle, and then finally they relented and walked back. So there was something which was some needle there between India and Australia, and that when Zahir Khan actually taunted Ponting there, which was not good. But well, Ricky Ponting was on his way back, and 154 for 2 at that stage. Watson was joined in by Michael Clarke. Michael Clarke couldn't last long, as Harbhajan Singh ball wider delivery. Clark went on to that. Dravid pouched the catch of the slips, and Clark was walking 14 of 39 balls, 2 fours, and the Indian score 100. The Australian score 172 for 3 when Michael Clark departed the scene. Shane Watson was joined in by Michael Hussey. And Shane Watson, as I said, he was very, very predominantly strong down the leg side. He was pulling well, he was glancing well, flicking well. He was also playing some offside strokes too. But this was a very, very disciplined effort. In the meanwhile, there was also one life for Shane Watson. It was a chancy innings from Shane Watson because Pragyan Ojha was bowling superbly, got one to really bite there, and well, Shane Watson was dropped by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, a regulation catch. He actually spilled it, and Watson was still there. And then Michael Hussey came in. Michael Hussey was there, but when Michael Hussey was there, that was the time Shane Watson actually reached his century. And what a century it was. He's still there, not out on 101 of 279 balls on the 8 fours. A very great effort from Simon Watson after getting those 2 lives on a duck and on a 37. Zahir Khan came in with some reverse swing bowling late in the day and some late swing. In fact, Michael Hussey was trapped LBW with some very good reverse swinging ball by Zahir Khan. Hussey was gone. LBW bowled Khan for 17 of 76 balls. It was a very, very painful effort for Hussey there. And Marcus Knott didn't know anything about it. He actually left the ball, and the ball actually took the off bail. And Marcus Knott never knew about it. In fact, Zahir Khan was didn't know about it. When the Indian fielders appealed, Mahendra Singh Dhoni joining in, that was the time Zahir Khan realized that he has taken a wicket. Actually, it was a beautiful delivery, a late swing there from Zahir Khan, and Marcus Knott was walking as the off bail was clipped out. And Tim Pine lived very dangerously, was beaten quite a number of times with Zahir Khan, and Tim Payne was not out on one when stumps were drawn, with Shane Watson not on 101. 224 for 5, 90 overs. Australia finished it on the first day of the first Test match of the Border Gavaskar Trophy, played at the Punjab Cricket Association Stadium, Mohali in Chandigarh. The bowling figures: Zahir Khan 16 overs, 4 maidens, 45 runs, 3 wickets, rested the initiative India's way in the end session. Pragyan Ojha, magnificent bowling, 31 overs, 12 maidens, none for 39. Harbhajan Singh, 29 overs, 6 maidens, 1 for 69. Virendra Sehwag bowled 6.2 overs, no maidens, 1 for 18. And it was some very good effort from the Indian bowlers. 224 for 5 was the Australian score at the time. And over and about that, I would say just covering some brief things here as far as the match is concerned. The pitch is having some low bounce. There is some turn for the spinners too, so it is going to be very interesting how really things pan out on the second day. As far as the second day is concerned, it all depends on Shane Watson, how he goes, how he bowls, and how he actually bats. Actually not out on 101, so how long he can go there. Tim Payne is looking, and they have Nathan Horwitz, Mitchell Johnson, Hilton House, Bollinger to follow. Horwitz could be a very good handy bat. Mitchell Johnson could also bat a bit. Hilton House has showed in the past that he can also stay there. So it looks like how Australia really go out, whether they can get something. If it's Watson there, probably they might looking at 400. So it's going to be very interesting, the second day's play. Well, dear cricket fans, it has been a pleasure bringing you the report on the first day of the first Test match of the Border Gavaskar Trophy, played at the Mohali in Chandigarh between India and Australia. Australia at stumps 224 for 5. That's it, dear cricket fans. For Cricket Happenings, this is Ram signing off. Thank you.